What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another vlog, and today I'm going to be exploring the beautiful neighborhood of Kew Gardens in Queens, which is not far from Forest Hill, another amazing neighborhood over here. But one day I did a walk from Lefferts Blvd all the way to South Olsen Park, and I noticed how beautiful the neighborhood was, with a lot of residential buildings, a lot of houses, a lot of apartment complexes. So we're by Queens Boulevard, literally bordering with Kew Gardens. So I'm gonna make my way deeper in the neighborhood and take you guys with me, so join me. Kind of like a main street over here that connects with some of the main roads over here in the neighborhood. But then when you make a detour in some of the streets over here, you're gonna see how beautiful and residential the neighborhood is. And this is something that I like about Queens, that it's really close to the city. It has the subway train, but it doesn't really feel like that city vibe. It feels like a more suburb feel, you know, like a more chiller vibe, that it makes it pretty nice. So over here you can see in a sample. And then one thing I want to put in mind, this is actually the first video that I'm making in 2023. And even though we're in January, the weather feels like spring, like almost 60 degrees. But then let's walk around here, look at the street, how it looks like. Really beautiful houses, like a suburb feel, you know. And I'll tell you, it could take you forever to explore the entire Queens, because they got like tons of neighborhoods. I gotta keep exploring more neighborhoods. And like I say, it's one of my favorite balls to come and do some of my videos, because the way how I walk, I can see the diversity of the neighborhood and how it changes. But it's pretty beautiful over here. And here you get more of the view of this lovely road. I think it's like 81st Street. So I'm gonna walk it over there and then make a left a couple more blocks. Look at this house here, so gorgeous. Then across the street you see all these beautiful houses here. It's just amazing. And then like I say, a lot of streets here are connected, because right now I'm approaching Austin Street, which I also made a video walking the entire street, and that one connects you with the neighborhood of Forest Hills. And once you get there, it's like tons of stores going on, you know, really beautiful. But even the entire street from the neighborhood that starts coast of Jamaica is really beautiful. So here you have it, Austin Street, and you can see the beautiful houses. But I'm gonna merge over here and walk probably like 2 more blocks, and then turn back and start walking Lefferts Blvd, you know, to the entire, not entire, but you know, for Lefferts Blvd around Kew Gardens, because there's a lot of cool stuff happening. And like I said, I really love the nature here. Even though it's winter, you can't see the leaves. But in the summer, this is a really gorgeous area, you know, to walk. You can still see the leaves down on the ground, like if it was the fall season. And this is served by the E train and the F train too. Look at this house, it's really beautiful. Really gorgeous there. They got this other house over here. And this is 82nd Avenue. So all of these avenues are connected. I think even Austin Street can take me to Lefferts Blvd. And I like this street, this house is over here to my right. Pretty gorgeous. Also another way, if you want to have like a faster route to get here, you can take the Long Island Railroad, which stops right here in Kew Gardens. That's like an easy and convenient way to get around, even though you pay a little bit more of the price, but it's more comfortable, and it'll take you in Penn Station within about probably 25 minutes. So there's many options around here. And then as I'm approaching Lefferts Blvd, you can see how interesting it gets. I think this might be the train station of the Long Island Railroad. And then you got a beautiful apartment complex right here with a nice residential streets. And then you got buildings here with a lot of stores. And this is like the little tiny train station where you could take the Long Island Railroad. Takes you all the way to Long Island, and then if you want to head to the city, you could take it right here. So let me just walk a little bit to show you around here. Yeah, this is a really lovely neighborhood. Like I said, the weather feels like it's spring. It's supposed to be colder in this, but I'm not complaining, because 2 weeks ago it was one of the coldest weathers I've felt in years. But yeah, this is the tracks right here, you can see. Then it goes all over Queens. But let's head back to keep on exploring the neighborhood. I'm pretty sure in the summer this neighborhood is lit. You see they got like a patio in the back, some stairs. I heard there are some cool restaurants over here and bars. Like a couple of friends that they grew up here, or they know the area, they recommended me some spots over here, but I'm just gonna walk around to see what's happening. This is Austin's Alley House. And you see Lefferts Blvd over here with all the architecture, so this is where all the action happens. So I want to see what's going on. I'm gonna make it right and explore the main street. And this is Lefferts Blvd. You don't see really much people. Then they even have a cinemas here, movie theater, Kew Gardens. And there are some shops over here, like restaurants, smoothie shops. Yeah, I know if you go a little forward, architecture is beautiful. Then this is like the entrance to the place I was walking that connects you with the Long Island Railroad. Then it will get much nicer when I go forward. And you got more to the side. You even got a Seatown supermarket, which they got it all over New York. And a couple of avenues over here. It's like every street that I walk is worth checking out because it's so beautiful. And I got 8 seconds to cross the street. Continues going over here, Lefferts Blvd. But yeah, this is a really lovely neighborhood. And I think it could be also like a little underrated neighborhood. Like a lot of people, they don't speak about it, but it's pretty nice. And then you see the bus going on. So, you know, public transportation is convenient here. And like I mentioned before, one thing I like about it is the peaceful vibe. But this street is pretty diverse because here it looks pretty nice, but once you start walking deeper and deeper, it starts changing. But I made a video a couple of years ago, but over here is pretty lovely. So over here, I like this building. Like it looks beautiful. Then in the first floor, they got a couple of business, including Dunkin' Donuts, a pharmacy. It looks like it's Greek or something. It's the way how it's written, Anteca. And you got a liquor store over here. And you got a 7-Eleven ahead of me. And then once you cross this block, it starts turning more like residential, like the apartment buildings. They even got like they even have like a diner here in the corner. And this is a diner here. I'm a fan of diner. I know in Jersey they have a lot, but they even have around here. It's pretty small. So it looks like a community vibe. And I think I'm gonna make a detour in this street because it looks pretty beautiful. And I made a little detour in this street because it's just so gorgeous the way how it goes up the hill. But then you gotta check out the hill and this beautiful, huge house that's over here. And across the street, you see it. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. One thing I like about the residential houses around the states, oh hey, you can see the triangle. This sign is just gorgeous. Some of those houses kind of look like those houses from Germany. Some of them even looks like a gingerbread cookie man house or something like that. But then over here's where the streets start changing. It starts turning more into apartment complex. And ahead of me is Metropolitan Avenue, which it goes all the way to Brooklyn. Like a lot of streets here are connected. You got Metropolitan, you got Hillside a little ahead. Jamaica Avenue is not far from here and it connects with a lot of neighborhoods in Queens. So that's another interesting thing about Queens House. Some of the neighborhoods, they merge and they connect with each other. So I think that's pretty cool. And you can see over here, Metropolitan Avenue is mostly apartment complex. So this is Metropolitan. I'm showing you a little bit like it's all apartments and apartments on this side. But I'm gonna turn back and keep walking a little bit more on Lefferts Blvd and merge into some of the streets and connect with another street. And also, I'm passing some of the restaurants and I gotta say, wow, I can smell the food. It smells like pretty good, so that's one good thing. Not only about here, but a lot of neighborhoods you walk in New York City, like you can find all types of foods and the type of aroma you feel, so it kind of convinces you to try or eat something. And then over here, you can start seeing how the street changes. It does a curve, but it's all surrounded by apartment complex. Then another cool thing here, I don't think the parking issues would be hard. Like some of the residents over here that I'm noticing, they have a driveway you can park, and they say it's leased now, so they're renting 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. Wonder how much the rent is over here. But yeah, it's not bad, you know, it's not a bad neighborhood. Really lovely, and then like I say, there's a driveway with parking in the back. And you go, and then across the street, they got even more. So it's like a mixture of beautiful houses with beautiful old colonial apartment complex. So yeah, like if you want like a peaceful vibe and live in the city, and I mean, yes, in New York City and close to Manhattan, this could be a good option. I gotta say, I love the entrance of that building in the bottom. And you will see a lot of buildings like that in New York City, like a lot of apartment complexes. Like even to go inside, it's like an adventure. And some of them, like an inside, depending, you know, the resident that live there, they maintain it pretty beautiful. Now I'm on 85th Avenue. I'm gonna walk it straight and connect with Metropolitan Avenue. That will take me a little bit deeper down. And then it will merge to the other street, which is Hillside Avenue. That's kind of like the ending of Kew Gardens. It will border with another neighborhood. So I'm probably gonna do that, walk around there to see what's going on, and then I'll wrap up the video. Over here is a different kind of vibe. The houses start changing, a little bit different from the other side of Lefferts Boulevard. Then over here you can see it's 121st Street. Those are the houses. And if you keep walking towards that way by Jamaica Avenue, you would take the J train, because that is one of the longest routes to take. But it will take you all the way to Broad Street in Manhattan. Yeah, but so far even here it still is nice, the neighborhood. And there's a helicopter above me. I don't know what's going on, but it's been flying above me for a little bit, so I forgive me guys if you hear the noise of the helicopter. And like I say again, over here you see how different the houses turn. And this side is a little bit more densely populated than the other side. Like on the other side, they had those huge houses, huge mansions. Then over here, just the regular houses here, it feels more like an urban. Like it feels more like, you know, the typical New York neighborhood you will get. And I know not too far from here is another neighborhood that I've been, but I never made a video, and I gotta go, which is Jamaica, Queens. A neighborhood that has changed a lot. Especially if you go through Jamaica Avenue, you're gonna see tons of shops, restaurants, a lot going on. Then it's just pretty diverse. And over here's the intersection of 85th Avenue with Metropolitan Avenue, which I've been in the Brooklyn side by Williamsburg. But this is another vibe over here. And I think the Long Island Railroad passes above over here. So not much happening over here. They got like a CVS over here. They got a couple of shops, a couple of things happening, but nothing interesting. Now I made it to Hillside Avenue, and this is an avenue I want to explore when I make it to Jamaica, Queens. I've been by Jamaica Avenue, I've been by Southside Jamaica, but I've never been in the Hillside Avenue, and I heard it's pretty diverse and worth to check. So one day when I explore Jamaica, I'm gonna do that and explore that side. Just like anything you'll get in any other neighborhood. And then one block down is Jamaica Avenue, and the J train passes over there. And they'll take you to Jamaica Center. In Jamaica Center, you can take the E train too, like if you want more of an express option. And then once you take the E train, when it passes Suffolk Boulevard, you're gonna see a lot of people in luggage, because that's where a lot of people who fly for JFK Airport, they connect over there. And that's an easy way to get to the city, or the cheapest way to get to the city. So yeah, here you see more. Like I say, it's crazy because as densely as it looks over here, the apartments, you don't see like much of a crowd walking around here. You just feel the peaceful vibe, and I think the most noise I'm gonna hear is the birds, or maybe the cars passing by. So that was the end of my video exploring this beautiful neighborhood of Kew Gardens in Queens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.